so thrilled to have on our set tonight the leading artist for cake decorating in the USA, right here on our set, Miss Gail Buff. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm going to say that I have been looking for a person to do a wedding cake for a year. And you have come across the pages for the last year as being the leading in the whole country. And we're so honored that you are here with us tonight. We had to track you down, but here you are.
You got me.
Well, tell us how you got started in this, because it truly is an art.
By accident. I did the corporate world for many years, and 16 years ago, a friend of mine had talked me into doing a cake decorating class at one of the craft stores, and that was it. I was hooked, gave up the corporate job, and here I am today.
Well, I'm going to say you have such a love of it, because you truly find the art in what the person is looking for, and it's really about not only the cake being pretty, but also the cake tasting really good. And you have so many different flavors and so many different icings that go on top of it. I mean, that's an art as well.
I enjoy it. I mean, it's just a passion that I have. I grew up cooking and baking, so it just kind of translated into my life now.
Right. Well, dealing with wedding people. I mean, you do an array of cakes. It's not just
Absolutely.
weddings, but that's a big business. I mean,
It is.
There's 200 weddings a weekend, so
Yes.
that's a lot of weddings in just our little city. So really and truly, you're dealing with brides, and this is a great, wonderful, magical day of their life. And the wedding cake is a big part of
Yes.
it. So how do you make each bride feel special and find exactly what she's looking for?
I try to listen to what they're telling me. I want to see what their dress looks like. I want to know what the style of the wedding is going to be, if there's a theme involved in it. And then we kind of brainstorm and just put our heads together and come up with different ideas that she likes. Many of them now are bringing some of the Pinterest or pictures from magazines or the internet, and we can pick out little details. She likes this, she likes this. Let's make something that's unique for her, because I won't make the same cake twice. Every
Right.
bride has to have their own.
Right. And, you also mentioned earlier that it's very important when you make the choices to stick with them, because you were talking about a bride that came with her color swatches. And what happened there? Tell that little story.
Oh, this was a fun story. I had a bride who had a very beautiful wedding cake, very colorful. Her colors were a brown and a very bright teal. And we did the cake just as she wanted. Everything matched the color swatches that she gave me. When I went to deliver the cake, she had changed her colors to brown and a moss green, so that teal stood out like a neon light. It just looked not good in the room. So I went back to my shop, I got all of the necessary tools, went back to the venue and just redid the cake so that it matched. And to this day, I don't know that she even knows that she forgot to give me the right colors the second time around. But you have to make her day right. I didn't want her to walk into that and say, oh no, I forgot to give her the right colors. So
Right.
we make it right for her.
I'm just going to tell you, as a mother of the bride, I have been searching for a little of this, a little of that. But when I first met you, you became part of our family. You are just one of those people that it really wasn't about trying to sell the cake. It really wasn't about us trying to pick you. It's like you were really there to show your services, that, you could tell that you loved what you did. You do.
I do.
And in the wedding arena, it's a very small clique. And people will talk about, each little group.
Mm-hmm.
And really, when everyone speaks so positively, no matter if you were in their clique or not, about how wonderful you are and how your cakes taste great and they look amazing and how wonderful you are to work with, that speaks volumes.
Thank
It
you.
really does.
I try.
You do.
I try.
We're going to show a quick little clip of some of your mini cakes
Okay.
that you have baked during the years. And when we come back, we're going to go over to our display area and show some of your show and tells of wedding cakes.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick look now of an overview of the wonderful world of Miss Buff and cheesecake, etc. Now we're back with the amazing Miss Gail Buff from Cheesecake Etc. with some of your gorgeous cakes. Your show and tells are pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Well, let's start with this one, Miss Gail.
Okay.
This is a very traditional cake. Tell me how this came about.
This is very reminiscent of what the bride's gown would have looked like. We have the ruffles on the bottom, which is a very big style right now, and then the lace appliques where the lace is white and the background of the cake is a little bit of a taupe color. So you've got your modern mixed in with a little traditional, and then you've got a little bling on here too for that bride that wants just a touch of sparkle on the cake.
Now, I also want to talk about your amazing flavors. You have, oh my gosh, the most scrumptious. You have lemon pound cake. You have a buttercream cake.
Yes.
You have a cheesecake with a raspberry.
The cheesecake is a whole different ball game. These
Right.
are all the traditional wedding cakes. The cheesecake we can talk about some other time.
Right.
Maybe.
We'll have you back, of
I'll
course.
come back.
I'll come back for that.
Exactly. But what we're doing with this is everything is made from scratch, and pretty much they can pick whatever they want.
Chocolate. Chocolate is a big thing.
Chocolate, vanilla, sour cream pound, and almond are the four most popular. But we do lemon, we do spice, we do German chocolate, we do carrot cake. You can do any kind of combination of fillings.
Anything you want. And the most amazing icing, just going to say.
And homemade buttercream.
Oh, homemade buttercream.
Yes.
Just no calories there either.
Oh, no.
No, not when there's a wedding. Calories
No,
don't count.
don't count.
Now, this one is fabulous because it's very unique and different. It's definitely for that bling kind of bride, right?
Absolutely. You've got a lot of sparkle going on here. The gold in it makes it a little bit more regal. On the bottom tier, you've got an additional, it's just a different shape, so that adds a little interest to the cake. And what I like personally most about this is that you've got the different heights. So once again, it's a little bit on the traditional side, but that height is going to give it a modern feel. And then all the flowers and sugar flowers. And just like anything else, this particular bride, we were going with pink and gold. You can do any color that you want. It doesn't matter. We can make it so that it matches the decor of the wedding and it speaks to what the bride is trying to express.
And I think with you, you make everything just tie in together, and the simple little details like the extra little gold beads here.
Yep.
And these flowers, which are edible,
They're
are
edible.
amazing. I mean, it's just the simple touches and the little gold balls that you really tie in all the elements
Try to get them all in there.
together. So just bragging on you just a little bit.
Thank you. Thank
Okay, a whole lot actually. Okay, now this one is, I think, amazing.
Thank
It
you.
is so cool and so different. So describe this one.
This one I would say would be for a spring bride. It's got all the different colors of spring. You've got the oranges and the purples tying together with the green. Green is a huge color right now, and to put it with anything that's a little bit of coral, a little bit of orange, it's kind of, that makes it a little bit more modern. You've got some of the appliques on here once again that just kind of modernize it. It's not your standard white basic wedding cake. This is something that really is going to jump out at you, and people are going to want to touch the flowers to see if they're real or not. That's fine. Just don't put your fingers in the cake.
Right. And this one has a lot of detail.
Yeah.
You know, so they all have a lot of detail, but this one has more of the floral design and then appliques with the gold beads. And once again, you tie everything in together, even from the cake platter.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So obviously, with your cakes here and then the video montage that we showed, we think you're pretty talented and pretty
you.
special. So thank you so much for stopping by our set tonight.
You
We're
are
going to be
welcome.
seeing more of you. And, you know, I'm going to be the first to say she is going to be in the cover of every magazine because she is our superstar. So let's wave right here. Bye. I would love to invite you to tune in every Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. right here on Access 21 for The Deborah Kennedy Show. It's about life. It's about women finding themselves. Men trying to get their groove back. It's about fashion. It's really about anything that involves lifestyle. We love what we do, and we would love to see you here on Saturday night at 9:30 on The Deborah Kennedy Show.